What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, I want to talk about my bullish thesis for the cryptocurrency bull market we are about to head into. I have been one of the few people for the last couple months saying that we are well within a bull market. Well, in this video, I want to share with you exactly how much inflows I believe we are about to see into the cryptocurrency sector, because I think it's going to blow some people's minds. I'm going to show you everything I am watching right now, all the positive indicators I see that almost no one is talking about right now, because I think it's going to make you extremely confident where this market is going to go over the next year. Towards the end of the video though, I also want to show you something very interesting behind Solana right now. If you've been watching the cryptocurrency market, you would know Solana is going absolutely parabolic. I want to show you something shocking going on behind the scenes right now that almost no one is talking about. You do not want to miss this. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. I'm also doing daily live streams now, so if you do not want to miss out on those, make sure to subscribe. That way you won't miss out. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange, Uphold, down in the description of this video. Uphold is currently the best place to buy XRP, and they're also doing an 100,000 XRP giveaway. You do not want to miss out on that. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Because I want to start this video off with a very interesting development that happened earlier today, because this is something I have been talking about for months now. This is something that I have been saying is going to be the catalyst to really make the cryptocurrency market rip, and to me, it seems like we are pretty much there. Earlier today, the SEC actually held a rare conference call with every single Bitcoin spot ETF filer who is looking to create a Bitcoin spot ETF. Guys, this is something that would not be happening unless the Bitcoin spot ETF was right around the corner. A lot of people have been projecting that there is a very high likelihood we could see the first Bitcoin spot ETFs put into the market in the next couple weeks. January 10th is essentially the date everyone is watching. And guys, I have seen many experts break down the volume we could see from these Bitcoin spot ETFs, and they are projecting that it could send the price of Bitcoin to close to $190,000. Now guys, whether or not it goes there, I just think it is so important to understand the magnitude of what we are right around the corner from. We just left a time period in the cryptocurrency market where essentially every single institution out there was terrified to touch these assets. The FTX thing just happened. It destroyed confidence in this industry. The Terra Luna thing happened, destroying confidence in this industry. And people were saying that the cryptocurrency market might not recover for 5 years. But guys, despite all those negative catalysts, we are watching institutions flow into this industry at a rapid rate. And now we're watching some of the biggest institutions in America all fighting to sell their customers cryptocurrency. This is a complete paradigm shift. It is going to cause inflows into this industry we have never seen before. And I think people are severely underappreciating just how big this is going to be. Now, I wanted to talk real quick on what I think is going to happen to the 4-year cycle, because I saw this very interesting chart earlier today that I think everyone's really misunderstanding. So many people are talking about the 4-year cycle, how the 4-year cycle is playing out again. But Peter Brandt actually put out this very interesting tweet talking about how the 4-year cycle controlled by Bitcoin's halving hardly even has an effect on supply and demand anymore. Guys, what I think we are going to see with the introduction of these Bitcoin spot ETFs is a decoupling from the 4-year cycle. As institutions are now working to fight to sell their customers Bitcoin and different cryptocurrency assets, I think we're going to see a market that much more resembles the NASDAQ or the typical stock market, where essentially these different assets go up and to the right with very little volatility in their 4-year cycles. Guys, 4-year cycles were only going to be around so long. It doesn't make sense that the same exact cycle would keep playing out over and over again. And I think as we see this new capital constantly flooding into this market through these Bitcoin ETFs, I think we're going to see a completely different market. The other thing I wanted to show you, which I think is absolutely critical, is essentially what the stock market is doing right now. So many people over the past year have been hammering the table saying we need to have a stock market crash, we need to have a depression or recession, and I think these people have been completely off sides. Now, I really do believe I've been one of the few bulls out there saying we are not going to have that event. We are entering into a bullish time period, and this is what we need for cryptocurrencies to take back off. I've been pounding the table saying there is no way we are going to have a cryptocurrency bull market if the stock market enters some kind of crash or a recession. And guys, I just wanted to share this chart with you because I think it's extremely telling. Take a look at what happens every single time the market has a down year. We almost always have a massive up year, right? We have these massive periods of expansion. And if you take a look at what we just went through, guys, we already went through the down period. We already went through a negative 33% crash and then a negative 25% crash. Look at every single time this has happened before in the past. We have gone through massive expansionary periods. So to me, this is an extremely good sign that the stock market is also going to be on the side of the crypto market alongside this massive injection of liquidity. It's almost like a perfect storm for the bulls. So many people have been trying to invent these catalysts for why we need to have a recession right around the corner, why we need to have a crash, but they're completely ignoring the fact that, as you can see right here, we did have the crash, we had 2 in a row, and we also had a recession. A recession is just 2 quarters of negative GDP. Take a look at what happened in Q1 and Q2 of 2020. We had 2 quarters of negative GDP. Guys, we had the recession. We had the crash. It's right here in the data, but people are refusing to acknowledge that that happened because they missed the dip. They missed their opportunity to buy. These bears want more. They want more of a correction, but they're refusing to admit the fact that we got that correction. We got that crash. We got that recession. All the data is there. The recession is clearly in the GDP numbers. The crash is clearly in the numbers, a negative 25% crash and a negative 33% crash before that. And typically almost every single time that has happened, we have seen a serious expansion. So guys, to me, it looks so obvious that the stock market is going to be on our side alongside the fact that we have institutions rushing into this market in a massive way. I think with this happening alongside a big expansion in the stock market, we are going to blow these 4-year cycles out of the water, and we are going to watch one of the biggest inflows into the cryptocurrency market we have ever seen before. And that's one of the reasons why I never try to call tops or bottoms. I think these cycles, right, have been predictable in the past, but they're not going to continue to be predictable. Do you really think in 25 years from now, you're going to be able to say, oh, don't worry, I know what's going to happen. It's just the same 4-year cycle over and over again. It never changes. Of course not. That's not how markets work. They're constantly changing. They're constantly adapting. And specifically, they're going to change big time as we bring in new capital and new investors. Guys, to me, it looks like we are right on the verge of a paradigm shift in the cryptocurrency industry. And I don't understand how you could look at stuff like this and not be extremely bullish. Is it possible there could be a black swan that no one is seeing? Yes, but it's important to understand that all the Twitter gurus and all the YouTube gurus running around saying that they know what the next black swan is going to be are lying to your face. No one knows what the next black swan is going to be. That's why it's called a black swan. No one can predict it. And if these people actually think they see a black swan, they're literally proving, right, that it's not a black swan. So now I want to finish this video off though and quickly talk about Solana, because Solana has been absolutely ripping. And not to discredit anyone who has been making money on Solana, but I want to bring something to your attention because it might make you a little weary of the Solana pump going on right now, and it might actually explain why this is happening. So this is actually posted by Stephen Hubert, and funny enough, Solana bottomed the day that FTX got a court approval to sell the asset. FTX was one of the biggest holders of Solana, right? And they were holding a massive amount of the asset on their balance sheet. And what happened? Well, as soon as the court ordered that FTX could start selling Solana, well, the price started ripping. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, that's a weird coincidence, but does it really matter if FTX can sell Solana at a higher price? Do they really need that money? Well, guys, let me show you who's actually controlling FTX behind the scenes, because this is shocking. What we are finding out right now is that bankruptcy lawyers have absolutely taken over FTX. The bankruptcy lawyers have charged FTX $1.45 billion, actually surpassing the amount of money that FTX owes their customers. So what I'm proposing here, and I don't have any real proof to say this is happening, I don't have any facts other than my speculation, but what could be happening is FTX internally could be pumping the price of Solana so that the people who are making money off this bankruptcy process could make even more. What you see right here is these people are absolutely sharks. They are right now extracting every piece of value they can get from this company. $1.45 billion in legal fees in something that everyone knows what's happening, right? It's just a massive Ponzi scheme. Essentially, it should be pretty straightforward on what you do with the assets, right? It's not like things need to be uncovered. Pretty much everyone knows what's happening. Twitter sleuths have broken down probably more than these bankruptcy lawyers. how are they getting $1.45 billion? They are essentially just extracting all the value from the company. So going off the back of that, do I think it's sketchy that suddenly Solana bottoms the second that they get a court order saying that they can sell all the Solana on their balance sheet? Guys, to me, this is extremely interesting. I can't prove that this is happening, but guys, wouldn't it make sense that they would want the biggest asset on their balance sheet, the highest price possible as they are selling into it? And if these lawyers are willing to extract every single dollar from the company, you really think they wouldn't be willing to manipulate the price of Solana to make sure they got as much money as possible? Guys, it's just something to think about, but I thought I would bring it to your attention because I think a lot of people are kind of feeling FOMO based off what Solana is doing. Guys, Solana is very VC concentrated. There's been a lot of stuff with Solana that has been sketchy, that has gone on before in the past. I just wanted to bring this to your attention before you feel too much FOMO on what's happening. To me, I don't feel FOMO at all. All of this is stuff I would want to be weary of. And for me, I'm just waiting for the assets that actually have utility to start getting that traction. Personally, I know it's going to come. I know XRP is going to pump massively in this next bull market. I'm not falling for any distractions like this. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.